Yo, what is up guys? We are back with another Automods 10 video. We are actually about to get into the electric age of modern industrialization. As you can see, I cleaned it up a little bit. You know, we have 3 coke ovens running into a single furnace, which kind of isn't the best because as you can see, we have enough raw synthetic. We have 15, so I mean, it's staying full, it is running. And then, you know, we're getting the synthetic oil, which is cool, great, and everything like that. We have that automatically running forever. Um, these guys can get out of here because they're just gonna get in the way. But now I have this set up for the electric age, and I moved these over here, which these all have, ooh, should have steam. This one doesn't have steam. Let's check why. It says this one's missing a channel. Do I not have it connected properly? One of 32 channels. These are all missing channels. There's some, it's not connected by a dense cable somewhere. Look. Oh, is it? So it should be dense all the way around. Up, except for right here. That would be why. We can fix that issue real simply. We should grab some black dense cables, which we have plenty of. And that should solve our issue. Back up here. Yes, it does. Nothing to fret. And then we just cover these back up. Like so. Had me worried for a second. I thought I messed something up, but just a very simple fix. But okay, so now today, after I cover these 2 blocks up, we are going to be getting into the electric age, which is going to take some maneuvering of the steam age, which is to be expected. You know, you just don't magically appear there. But these are the machines we're going to get. We are going to want to get the electric bending, the electric cutting, electric compressor, electric mixer, electric wire mill, all these different machines. And trust me, it is a little bit of a pain to get there. But we'll start off first with, I believe, is it the compressor? Yeah, we'll get the compressor first. So what we will do is we are just going to start creating patterns. So patterning encoding terminal. So we want to make the electric compressor first. So do that. Have it make that. Steel plates. We'll have it do that so it can do it automatically, which is a big part of this. So let's move this to, can I move this to the front? Okay, well, let me move it. Not a big deal. What is it? Compressor. Looks like that. Okay. So we have those being made. What does it take to make one of these? So we need the steel rods. We are going to need the tin cable. So we are going to need the tin wire. It's about to be a process. Okay, and then we need the gears, which I don't believe we have those yet. All right, and then the compressor, we have that one made. So we need to make these still, which we need to make the battery. So we got that, and that. So we need to make the motor, which there's 2 different ways to make the motor, I believe. No, that's not, okay. So we need to make the motor. So we need to make this, which we can make that. And go back to the motor. We need to make the copper wire, which is done like that, which is another journal. And we need to make copper, which is done like that. And believe that is everything for that portion of it. But now we need to get these made, which we're going to need one of these in general. And then we need the copper wire, which we have that. We need the gold. We need that, which we need the rubber sheet, which we just have synthetic rubber, synthetic oil, but we are going to need to make synthetic rubber, which is made just like this, which we can do. So back to this, we were making this. And so we just need the gold plates, just like so. Actually, we should make these into, so like the gold plate should actually be in the compressor because we do have the compressor machine. Same thing with the copper. So yep, those should all be put in right there. And let's go ahead and add these to our stuff real quick so we can put our crafts in. Which is just a lot of crafts. And then we need to find our compressor, circuit slicer, combiner, dissolution chamber, energizer, extended provided, precision sawmill, steel compressor. So we need those in there. The wire mill, steel cutting machine, I believe, right? No. Right? Let's check real quick. Wire in a wire mill, which we do not have a wire mill. Macerator, compressor, cutting machine. We do not have a wire mill. So we do need to make a wire mill. Steel impacker, steel packer, steel compressor, steel cutting machine, steel wire mill. Let's make one of those real quick. Happily that we can just make that super simple like. We can put that right there, and then we need a export bus. Or yeah, export and black cable plus our what's it, acceleration. So export bus, acceleration, and our cable, and then we need to put steam in here like so. And so that should pump full of steam. It should auto eject and make sure all these are turned to auto eject so that we get our items back pretty fast. Okay, and then wire mill, those can go in there. Mixer, we're gonna have to do another mixer, which is fine. We might actually have one. No, we do not. Could we make one of these? Make one of these, yes. Okay, then upgrade. Take that. The reason why we need two of these is because we have some with patterns and we have one running consistently. So we need to put that in there, and then another export. So just take those out for right now. Acceleration cards and steam. Just like so. And those should have channels. Nope. So steam's in there, and this one needs to be auto eject, which I think you only do one at a time. I'm not sure. But, and then these need the rubber, I believe, and that. Paper, rubber sheet, blah, blah, blah. So I believe, because if we go now to actually, compressor, we might be able to craft this. No, we need tin plates, that, and that. So let's go into our thing. We need to make tin plates, go into the compressor. Easy. We don't know how to make tin yet, but we can, because I believe we have tin essence. We can check real quick. We do not have tin essence. Ooh. We might have to get tin essence. we are definitely gonna have to get tin essence. Ooh, okay. Tin essence is super easy. I don't need it like that, but I will need some of the, okay. We'll need to go make a tin essence seed, which is fine. So we got that. We need this, which we have those three. Copper wire, which is a wire mill. So we have one of those. Oop. Okay. And then that's everything from that. So we need to make one of these, which we can do. And then one of these. We need batteries, just like that, which bending machine, compressor. So if you run through a compressor twice, I don't think we have a bending machine. No, so we'll have to go through the compressor twice, which is fine. Compressor twice. Battery again. Do we have the battery itself? We do. We just need to make this, which makes that, and we need to make this alloy. Go into there. And to make this alloy, it is these two right here. To make lead dust, we can run that through the crusher like so. And to get the dust from here, what is this? Ooh, fermented? No. Macerator. How do you get the raw? So you can make a B. So we were going definitely to have to make a B for this. So we're gonna have to make that B, which is super easy to make, so I'm not worried about that. And then I believe, what does this produce? This produces anticomb, which that comb produces raw. So I need to turn that raw into dust, which can I go straight into the crusher? Can go straight into the macerator, which will create two of them, which will be a doubling. So we'll actually do that one. Okay. And then that'll be everything for that. Now we just need the steel casing, which we can make that. So now let's put everything where it needs to go. So we have all of our crafts, like so. And then we have a bunch of these. So we need our compressor to take this, and I believe this isn't a compressor also. So is that, this needs to go in smelter. Or, oh, what is, battery alloy. Yes, that's in smelting. Lead dust, and that's in a mixer, I believe. Battery ingot, or battery dust in a mixer, yeah. In a mixer, so just like that. And we have our lead dust and then our wire mill, right? That's what that goes into, the copper fine wire. Fine wire, fine wire. Wire mill, which we have not created yet. No, we did. Wire mill. Take that. And then, so these can go into down here. So we need crushing factory, smelting factory, crushing factory, and emaciator. And so that should be all that set up. So now all I'm going to need to do is I need to go set up this B. And I also need to set up a tin seed. So I will do that and I'll be right back. So we're back, and I did make those ores, and I did make the B. So I made that anatomic B, and I did make the ores. So realistically, I think that should be everything that we need to make this compressor, which nope, we need to make this into a thing real fast, which should not be that difficult, because as you can see, we already know how to make everything. Now it's just a matter of time. So now we should be able to just make one of those and it'll tell us the amount of time. It's gonna take a minute because this is quite a bit of stuff and they have ramp up speeds, but we already know how this goes, guys. We can speed all of this stuff up. The only thing that's gonna hold it back is the steam. And over here, yep, it's making that. That's working there. And I don't think the macerator is really doing too much. But with that sped up, which will be faster when it's electric because they're not working with steam, we're going to be working with other things, so or power, which we do have unlimited power. And I believe there's actually an attachment that we can put onto these and make it actually accept power, so then we don't have to use another card. So that's done. It just needs to be auto ejected. Synthetic rubber. Oh, it's making synthetic rubber and battery alloy dust. Both needs to auto export. Oh, and I forgot the biggest part of the auto export. Hold up. We need to grab a wrench. And we need to do this, do this, do this, 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 and this. Or nothing will actually export out of here. We just gotta make sure auto export is on. So actually that should be done fairly soon now that it's actually getting the items exported. Same thing with this one, yep. And now it's just letting it run through its processes that it's gonna have to go through. Boom, the first machine is done, which is our electric compressor, which we honestly could just replace our steel compressor. I don't know why I didn't think about that a second ago. But yeah, we can just take the steel compressor off. We can take that off and we can put a access card in there, I believe. There is a flux accessor card. Honestly, I don't even think we need to do that because this was just putting in steam. The items are coming in through right here. But I don't want to use ender gates. So we're actually just going to use the induction card. See if we can create some of those, which we might just make these like so. And then that is like that. And so we should be able to just craft these pretty fast now. So now if we want an induction card, we have one. We just put 10 in there and it should make 10 pretty fast. Yep, just like that. Okay, so now what we can do, we should be able to put an induction card in here. Compatible upgrades. You cannot put an induction card in there. Fair? Okay. Oh, that's an import export bus. Maybe that's why. Let's grab a regular export bus. Like so. Can this go in there? No, it cannot. That is perfectly fine because I don't believe we need anything but power running through this now, since we do not need to pump any like other stuff into it. So what we should be able to do is do a flux accessor. And I believe if we hook that up like that and then throw this electric down, yep, that's fully powered. This should have everything in it. Auto export. And then we should be able to take this wrench, just click down like that to make sure it's doing it. And that is our first machine done. And so we can cross the compressor off the list. And so now we shouldn't actually have to do too many crafts down here to be realistic. So now let's do the mixer. So the mixer, just need to have that created. Almost all four corners are done, but we do need to teach it how to make some of this, which we'll have to learn how to make this, which we'll have to learn how to make these, which is lubricant, which you'll have to learn how to make lubricant, which we can show it how to make lubricant because we have everything to make lubricant. That will just have to go in there. So mixer, let's go back to that. Wait, electric mixer. We were working on the wrong one, I believe, because we just need to make this easy, which takes this, which takes this, which can go straight into our cutting machine. So mixer, and then it needs these, which needs to be put into a bending machine, which we don't have it right now, so it will be put into our compressor. And then, so that should craft those. Yep, we already have that. So now it is to craft the rings, because we have everything else but the rings, which is crafted just like that. So that's done. And then now the last thing is this orange fluid pipe, which we have that. Oh, I think that's what we actually needed. Yes. So we also need the bronze bending, which can be put in the compressor, which this can also be put in the compressor, like so. And then we need to teach it all of these. So we have the main, so we just need one of everything. So like that, and like that. No, not like that. Like that. And we need the ring, which is like that. And I want to say that's everything, but I know it's not. There has to be one more thing that we're forgetting, which is in the ring. Yes, we do not know how to make these. And then we also need to know how to make these. There we go. Okay, so what needs to go in here? This does, and this and this all need to go in there. Cool. And then we have, so where's the cutting machine? No, we have, actually, I think this goes in the mixer, right? Or am I just dumb about that one right now? Cutting machine, yes, it goes in the cutting machine. Steel wiring, macerator, cutting machine, here we go. So cutting machine, what do those go in? Those are just crafted. These cutting machine. And then the rest just go into our terminal. Just like so, because they're all just crafts. Which, by the way, is a lot of different crafts. But now we should be able to just go to our mixer. Start that up. And that's crafting. It's going to take a couple of seconds. And so once that's done, I'll just be right back. So our mixer just finished right here. As you can see, we have our electric mixer, and we're literally just going to do the exact same thing. So we have this mixer right here. This is the important mixer that we need ready to go right now. And we'll just toss that on there. That should be good to go. And then we can bring that down like that and make sure those are auto eject enabled. And so now that should be moving a lot faster. And that is our mixer out of the way. So we'll go on to the next machine, which let's make sure we have enough patterns. Nice. So we'll just do the bending machine next, which that might just be done just like that. Let's see if we can make the bending machine. Bending machine, just like so. So while we wait for that, we will get the cutting machine, which we're going to need these two things. We're going to need this ivory, which is made like that, which you get ivory by smelting, which should be able to be put in a blast furnace. Energized smelter, yep, like that. Some of this dust, which is made just like so, which nickel dust is made in a crusher. Oh. We can do it this way. It's making it longer, which honestly, do we have nickel? Because that's like the real question. Nickel? No, we don't. So we need to smelt it, and then we can break it down. Which isn't the, like I said, isn't the best way to do it, but it's the way we're gonna do it. All right. So that's the nickel to make the ivory. And we just need to smelt that. Okay, yep, that's going in there. Boom, boom, okay. And then we do have that made, so that's good just like that. Last thing we need to make is the conveyor, which we know how to make everything. We just have to make it. So now we can put our patterns in. We just had to wait to be able to craft that next one up. So what we need is the energized smelter. We need the crushing. Boom, and now that's in there. And now we will have our electric cutting machine or our electric maciator. Oh, uses the same exact thing, which we can make. Our electric packer. Ooh. A little bit more advanced, but we can make everything to make that. Yep, and then our electric wire mill. And we can make that. So now all we gotta do is place these in here. Like so. Toss that in there, that in there, that in there. And then what we should be able to do is go to at Modern Industrial. Right here. And as you can see, I think what did we try to make? We should have it here. You can go electric. So we needed to make a, so we have our mixer, we have our steel mill. Well, we need it. So we need a steel mill, or what's it called? Yeah, a steel wire mill. So let's make a wire mill. Let's make one of those, which says it's only going to take 9 seconds to make, which is crazy. We can also speed this up now, and both of these. So that should be done momentarily. What is it getting held up on? The copper wire, which is in the wire mill. We can speed that up too. Boom, the electric is done. So what we do need is the accessors. Let's take this. Accessors. So let's make 10 of these. And we need one of those for right now. We can destroy this, take that off, put that on, and put that on, and then now that should be all fired up. Auto export on, have it going down, and then we can take some more of those because we will need those. And then now we can go back to modern, and we'll go electric. So now we have a mixer. We don't have a packer. We'll take the macerator just to make it real fast. And then we're going to need a cutting machine. And then we already have a compressor, so I guess we'll make the packer just like so. And then what we're just going to do is we're just going to speed these up. So these should be finishing up, yep, just like that. So we have our packer finished. This one is going to need one of its own, so we do need a cable. Let's put those in here. I did. And then it's just going to need a flux accessor, like so. And then auto eject plus that. And then our other ones finished. So we have our maciator and our cutting machine. So what is this? Maciator. If I'm saying this, macerator. Ooh, saying it wrong the entire time. That's frustrating on my part. Sorry, guys. And that's a wire mill. This is our cutting machine. Go ahead, take that off. Take that off. Throw that on. Cutting machine. We could probably upgrade that mixer too, but we can go like this. Auto export. Go like this. Auto export. And everything should be set up from the electric age, which is absolutely phenomenal. And that is the fastest I've ever done it. this at all in general. And so like now we can kind of get into some crazy stuff because what we do need to do, so there is at Modern upgrades. So you see these upgrades right here. So we have the basic upgrade. So we'll start with that. We have a little bit left in this episode. Let's see if we can finish this. So, which we will actually need to make an assembler. So let's go here. Just go here, assembler. Let's make an assembler. We can make an assembler. We make an assembler pattern, which we can do that. So like that's actually insane that we can do both of those just like that. And type in assembler. Just make one of those real quick. Shouldn't take too long now that everything's electric. And we'll put this right here. And then we will take some cable like so. Put that up with that. And then do these take, yeah, these, I think those do take up a channel, but that's still worth it power wise. Because we have 2 point something billion power. Maybe even more than that now. 2.7 trillion, not billion, trillion. We can speed these up, and the basic upgrades will do exactly what I'm doing with this. Is it's speeding them up, but to be able to make those, you do need the assembler. So put that in there, auto export, like that. And now if we go basic, we can create. I think 6 a stack can go in each one. So how many machines do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's do 64 times 7. It's calculating it. This craft might take a long time, which we don't have enough synthetic oil, which is fine. So what we can do is we can just do 64. Because what we can do is, I believe, we might be able to change these to, we can upgrade those to make more oil, but this is still going to take a minute. So what we're going to do is we're going to speed these up because these are going to take a while. So we will speed all of these up. So like this is working as fast as it can. And these upgrades will help with the overclock on these. And I'll show you that once it's done, so I'll be right back. Holy, I didn't even have to, as soon as I spoke, it was already done. So what we will do, so right here, we'll put 16 in there, 16 in there, and 16 in each of these. So when we request 64 more of these, which we should be able to. Yep. So like when you see these start to ramp up, which this is making a bunch of this stuff. So we can speed this up. This will start to ramp up, and like the overclock, it adds the max it upgrades the max overclock. So with these, so like the overclock right now is it's moving at 5.56% efficiency. You can do a max of 64 before it starts a new craft. So this does become super OP over time. So what I'll probably do is get these maxed out to 64. What does it take to make the next upgrade? We can take a look into this because we might actually be able to make the next upgrade by doing this like that. Oh, it takes some of this, so that's a whole different ball game right there that we'll be dealing with. But our 64 is done. We'll just request another 64. Should be able to, and we'll just do the same thing that we just did, which, so 16 in there, 16 in there. I don't believe I wanted that 16 in there. I wanted it in there. So now those are ramping up even more. So this should slowly overclock and work faster and faster. So this will be running. And as you can see, like it is completing these super fast. And I want to say the only thing holding this back is the power. Which that might be the sixth. What does it have left to do? Oh, the wire mill. Yes. The wire mill, which is moving extremely, extremely fast. And I believe there's other upgrades you can do. So let's take a look at modern upgrades. So you will have, so you have the advanced upgrade, the quantum upgrade, which has a lot of overclock. But if you look in here, it changes machine hold to connect to higher tier cables, accepts an overdrive module, accepts redstone control module. So maybe if we go modules, so this is a redstone control module, insert to a machine, enable redstone control. Don't really need that. Prevents electricity machine efficiency from going down at the cost of electricity. So we do need these. So let's see if we can create these. So we need that. We also need that. We also need this, which we also need this. And so then we need these, which you can make like this, which this is made from silicone, which these are, can be made by silicone dust in a unpacker. So I might need to make an unpacker, not a big deal. And I believe we have everything for that, yes. Then we need to make these, which we will make that. And then we need to make these, which are leftorium cables. We'll be able to make that eventually. We need aluminum plates, which I have. We can make that already. And I believe that's everything. So we just gotta put everything where it goes. So back in our craft, what is this, assembler? So back here, so we need our crafts to go in here. We only have 4. And then we can go to our compressor. So compressor, compressor, compressor. We need our wire mill, wire mill, wire mill, our assembler, and then we need a unpacker, which we don't have one of those yet, so, but we can easily make one, I'm pretty sure. Unpacker. We just need to put the craft in there, like so. And then we can just create one of those like that, and that should move pretty fast, especially if we speed everything up. Boom, just like that. And we take this unpacker, put it right here, take a cable. Which, what we might just have to do is, I believe what we can do is we can put different power cables on these. Because as you can see, like this kind of halts out right here. Maybe, we'll have to see. And then this can just go in there. And then now what we should be able to do is, what's it, overdrive module. We need 7 of these, which we need to learn how to make the electrum ingots, which I thought I made it, showed it how to make it. Alloy smelter, energized smelter. Okay, so boom, like this. And then to make that, it is just this, which silver dust, which I don't, we have a silver bee, I know that. I believe. Enrichment chamber. Oh, that's a raw silver. We'll turn into 4 silver dust. That's actually nice. We'll do that one. So then we need to place these. And then we need smelter, and then the enrichment chamber. And then now can we create 7 of these? Says we can. And silver, what are we looking at on silver? So we have 1,000 silver right now. Isn't crazy. So we will probably make silver. We'll probably put our silver B or make a silver B and put that in there for it to make. So it has this, but it needs it on auto export. With that going down, that might have been halting it up. And if we go back to modern, we have our upgrades right here. So we can split those into 4 again. And put 4 that in there, that in there, that in there, and then that in there. So now they're almost maxed out. How long does this craft have? So this needs to be sped up. And now, don't know what it's using the iron hammer for. 49 available durability, which, oh, it's making these. This is just very slow. There we go. So now if we grab the 7 of these and we stick them in our machines should no longer lose their speed. So like if we request another upgrade, it should automatically continue to go, which is really nice. We have a lot of that, but we are missing so much of everything also. Which, like, synthetic rubber is a big one. And I don't know where our, I want to say it's there. So synthetic, how much? So we have quite a bit of raw synthetic, but we need synthetic oil to make synthetic rubber, which this is what this is doing, which it does need more coke dust. Coke dust. I don't think we have any more coke dust, which would be because of these. But these can also be sped up. I want to say these can, you can put electricity on these. I'm not sure. We can try it real quick and we can call it an episode. So electric, or we can do input or at modern input at, because these are a little bit confusing. They have to be within our range of creation, which I believe the LV is the one that's in our creation. So what we can do is we can LV output, LV input. So we're going to want that, which is actually super easy to make. So let's do 4, right? Yes, 4 of those. Shouldn't take too long for that to create. And what we can, I want to say we can put these on there. I'm not 100% sure. We're definitely going to try. We have these 4. So now what we can do is what we should be able to do is if we take that off. Ooh, does not look like it. Not a big deal. So it doesn't look like we can do that, which is unfortunate. So that means these are going to run very, very slowly. But there is other forms of, so if we go coke dust, there is, I want to say, so there's this big machine from a different mod pack. The macerator can take coal and turn it into coke dust, which you can make that in a EBF. So we might have to make that a thing, which is not a big deal. So if we do that, we'll do that in the next episode. I do appreciate you guys for watching. We are into the electric age, and I hope you guys have a good day. I'll catch you guys later.